baby.
Guys, technical difficulties. I'm gonna have to cut the beginning of the show. Big up to Ray Carl Brown. Big up to all of you guys. Yo, it's not looking good right now, guys. Having some major technical difficulties in this current moment. So you know what's up right now. I'm gonna have to rethink some things. I think I need to either restart my phone or maybe I gotta really get that new laptop, guys. Maybe I really gotta get that new laptop. What can I say? What can I say? But what I can say, guys, is this is one of the Standards FC streams that Drex and I have been doing where we talk about the standards. You know what I mean? Big up to you, Rajat. Big up to you, Hayden Pro. Nah, bro, I have this iPhone 15 and I usually jack my USB mic into it with a USB D and it just wasn't coming on, bro. So, I just couldn't start the show just now on time. I'm actually not doing a Portugal watch along, but we can talk about the game. I didn't even know it was live tonight, guys. But I'll talk about the game. That's no problem. That's no problem. But the fun thing is that we wanted to ask you guys, what are you guys' thoughts on everything that's happening recently? Because basically everyone has this idea of standards of who has higher standards, who has lowered standards, where do we stand? And the most important thing for me is that we all want Man United to win. How are we gonna get to that point? Are we saying we're supposed to start winning and challenging for the league this season? Is it good? Are we expecting to challenge for the league next season? What are our expectations, guys? Because you know what? Saturday is a big one. It shouldn't be a do or die situation, but we definitely got to win on Saturday. It's one of those things, guys. So, what are your thoughts? Yeah, I'll check it out, bro. I'll check that out, bro. But you know what I mean? I'm just so used to using the MacBook Pro and stuff that yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to get a MacBook Pro, bro. Plus, I have my editing to do as well. Yeah, I know, but I have to edit soft sounds and stuff for work, and yeah, I'll have to figure it out. Maybe I buy one temporarily to just run this straight, and then buy the MacBook Pro sometime around Christmas. See how it goes. But most importantly, guys, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know how you feel, guys, because I really want to know what's your thoughts. How do you guys feel? What's going on in your minds about where United is right now? And in the coming weekend and coming games, because football is back in the Premier League, where do you see us going? Are you thinking that it could be optimistic? We could achieve something because I certainly do. I think this team is going through a how should I put it, a phase of evolution where change is afoot and you're seeing some things where they're trying to do some things but they're making mistakes, which I think is positive. Last season we were trying to do nothing and making mistakes. And that's where I look at it and I say, you know what, guys, we gotta back this squad, back this team. Regardless if the manager goes or the manager stays, the team is still gonna be here. Most importantly, we're gonna need them. We're gonna need them to pick themselves up and perform. Some people like Paulo Di Canio already writing off some of our players, and I guess some fans might have written them off themselves as well. The likes of Joshua Zirkzee. I know he hasn't had a good few games, but I think he's a work in progress, just like our team. He's a representation of where Man United is at right now. We have a lot of young talent in the squad that is going to need some patience. We've got a lot of interesting talent in the squad that either they're going to step up or we're going to have to move them on. And we got some experienced pros who need to show that they're the experienced one and lead this team forward. What are your guys' thoughts? Let me know because that's what I'm here for, guys. Big up to all of you in the comments. Big up to Ray Bang. I said standards when the rebuild and the transition is done. Standards are good, but when your team is not there, yet you have that kind of hangback. 100%, bro. 100%. Kind of want to try to get Greenwood back after 3-4 year time, hopefully. Well, Rajat, you might just see it in the summer if this guy goes on to break the goal record in France because he has a buyback clause. kind of like what you're seeing with Alvaro Fernandez. You know, we have a buyback clause for somewhere. Well, for Greenwood, it's exactly around the same money that we sold him for, 30 million pounds, 30 million euros. And for Alvaro Fernandez Caceres, I mean, his name was always Alvaro Fernandez Caceres. Just for you guys to know, you know, we just had Fernandez on the back of his shirt. He liked it that way. That was what his wish. But we're gonna have to pay double the money. We sold him for 5 plus 3. Now we're gonna have to pay 16. It's a lot of work. Let Ineos work. I think there's a lot of work that needs to get done to the rebuild Man United. 100%, Richard. There's a lot of things that needs to be done because Man United has been rotting for about a decade, guys, if we are honest about everything. And to be fair, I don't think it's something that we really took home with us. You know what I mean? As fans, you know, we are excited by new things, new prospects, new possibilities. But the one thing that was really a problem all along was the fact that the club itself, the infrastructure, not just the infrastructure, but everything around it was breaking down from what we knew it was. And it fell to an all-time low, and it reflects in the squad. It reflects in our position in the league, our inability to be consistently competitive going forward. Guys, we got to give this thing a little bit more time. Like I was saying to myself last season, I didn't like how we looked. I didn't like the look of last season. And I told everyone, yo, we're going to lose 10 plus PL games. Everyone watched me like, you're crazy. You're supposed to be thinking we're going to do more. I'm like, nah, bro. There's too much going around Man United, too much negativity right now. I don't know if the guys could deal with that. Worse yet, if we were to get some injuries, the morale is in the dirt. And that was mostly because, for me, we dealt with a lot of problems last season. You know, a lot of people would say that Manchester United only came third because Liverpool had an injury crisis. They said that Arsenal was dealing with a new coach. They said that Man City, whatever, Chelsea had a takeover issue. They said Tottenham was dealing with problem players in their squad. And guess what happened to Manchester United in season two, guys? The funny thing is, we had all of those problems all together in our one club. The problems that kept 2 or 3 teams from finishing above us, we had to battle all of them in our one club last season. Ridiculous, guys. You know, I swore that we were going to finish lower than we did, to be fair. Now, to be fair, I wish we had finished sixth. Because, I mean, that might have been swallowable for most fans. Winning the FA Cup, finishing sixth, it wouldn't have been so bad. But finishing eighth, bro, I have to be honest with you guys, as positive as I am, that one hurt me deep. I know a lot of you felt it as well. You know what I mean? Big up to Alien Tenno. Big up to you, my brother. Fergie sacked. We really know how to treat our legends, bro. I think we need to wait for some more information on this because I feel like the narrative coming out, Tenno, is Fergie sacked. But we don't actually know who initiated the conversation. We're hearing that Ratcliffe had a conversation with him amicably. Now, people could say it's 2-on-2 cost cutting. Not saying no. But at the same time, I would wait for Man United to put out an official statement because then you would be gauging whether it's actually true what the report said or not. Because maybe Alex said, bro, I'm tired. He's 82, man. He has grandkids, great grandkids. Maybe he wants to hang out with them, spend the rest of his life just chilling. You know what I mean? Bro, I hope it wasn't sacking and it was more amicably than sacking. Is this confirmed, bro? Tuchel is the new England manager. This is wild. Guys, is this confirmed? Let me know in the comments. Is this confirmed? Tuchel is actually the new England manager. For real, for real. That's wild. Interesting. Interesting stuffs. Not bad. Not bad at all. He got sacked. Cantonas goes sick on the socials. Bro. Don't think it matter if really stepped down, man. 83. Yeah, he's not young anymore. The decisions Ineos are making is batshit crazy. Selling Alvaro with no fit left back, then looking to rebuy. But to be fair, Ineos didn't sell Alvaro. Alvaro was sold by Murto and Arnold. That contract was set in stone. There's nothing they can do. Even when Ten Hag did not want him to go on the second spell, they already said it's out of your hands. This is one of the problems. I think we were sabotaged by some of the guys running things before. I think we were sabotaged by those guys, to be fair. I mean, we passed up the likes of Alvaro, Alvarez, Julian Alvarez. We passed up on Caicedo. We passed up on Enzo. We passed up on this guy, what's his name? Luis Diaz. We passed up on Gavardiol. And I'm talking about all those guys were coming for less than 60 mil. And that's what Ragnick said. When you ready, bro, big up. If Cristiano gets brace versus Scotland, definitely say Ronaldo done. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Scotland has been getting better and better these days. You know what I mean? McTominay is on a mission. He's got his mate there playing in Italy. It's improving. The team is improving. For a long time, most of the best Scots players played in Scotland. Now they're playing all over the place. So teams are evolving around Europe right now. Yeah, that was Ilya. That was them definitely then. Big up to Randy. Big up to Randy. Tuchel is the New England manager. Will, when I told man them, they didn't believe me, Will. You know what I'm saying? Now they're gonna push Zidane now, Will. Trust me. They're pushing Zidane. They're gonna push Eden Terzic. Bro, Sebastian Hoeneß, they spoke to him in the summer, bro. They haven't even spoke to him since. You know what I mean? But I think that's good for England, though. One thing I have to say, England deserves a manager of that ilk. If not Mourinho, get someone really top, like a really good coach, even a Amarim or Michel. But you guys got Tuchel. I think that's pretty good around English style. I mean, Tuchel plays the back three, back four. I think England has a decent enough defensive pool of players that they could complement a back two, a back four, a back three, or even a back five with wing backs based on the players that England have at their disposal. And for a three in the midfield, guys, I think you're gonna be liking that. Two strikers up front. Yeah, it's gonna be looking nice. England is gonna be looking nice. It's one thing, guys. As a Trini, I do have a little bit of hard feelings against Peter Crouch for pulling Jaden Sancho's uncle's hair while he was doing the mad thing that he was doing and scored the goal, which he should have gotten a red card and it should have been chalked off, and Trinidad was already 1-0 up. But it then wasn't to be, but I don't hold it against you guys. You guys did invent football after all. I'm a Manchester United fan through and through, so you get a pass. But good for you guys. Good for you guys. Finally, I may not be celebrating England versus Italy. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's gonna be long, bro. It's gonna be long. Big up to Hayden, bro. We will continue to hoover up the best talent around the globe, and in time, we will have a squad that will compete for everything going. The sleeping giant will wake up soon. 100%, bro. Will, I could almost celebrate the same way you are celebrating. Okay, so how do Ineos buy two players with health problems, Euro and Mazraoui? Well, I mean, that's weird. That's a weird one, bro. I don't even want to touch that topic, to be fair. With Euro, injured metatarsal, that's pretty normal for young players, bro. To be fair, especially when they're going through a growth spurt. Like my sister used to do gymnastics and had a growth spurt, and her knees were bad for like 6 months, and then after a while, she was good again. You know what I mean? Big up, big up. Good news to England. The gaffer will not be sacked. Ten Hag outers keep on making imaginary dates for the manager to get the boot. Bro, I tell everyone this, and people know I'm consistent. Christmas is the major determining factor. I always said this to everyone. Alien could tell you guys. I always told them, I don't believe any of us would spend all that money just to do what they did. You know what I mean? I think it's pretty weird. I think, yeah, it doesn't strike me as something that Ineos would do. You know what I mean? They spend all that money, bring a brand new coaching staff, and they sack the guy in 7 games. That's not even giving time for the coaching staff to get adapted to what they have to do in England. You know what I mean? So this is why I always saw Ten Hag was getting 6 months for me. Bruh, relax. That I talked about that this morning, Tenno. That's just Paulo Di Canio chatting shit, bro. You know what I mean? A lot of people are liking to push this negativity thing because they want to make something seem more grand than it is. A lot of people are trying to hype up Anthony is leaving in January and Newcastle is interested and this club is interested, this, that, and the other. But to be fair, guys, I would say this to you. The players who really aren't performing are going to be the first on the chopping block come January. But what I can definitely say, there are 3 players that are on the chopping block for January because of certain things. And it's not the players that everyone's talking about. It's actually the players that no one wants to talk about. It's actually about Marcus Rashford and Bruno Fernandes, guys. Those are the 2 guys that might just be on the chopping block come January. And it's not anyone else. I'm just putting it up there to you. Come in, bro. You know what I mean? So Drex is coming in. Big up to Drex in the building. You know what I mean? They will push
Yo, what
things
we saying?
to this mess with this fan base. Yeah, bro. Like I've been telling you guys, bro. Like some people, like I'm not saying don't. I'm not better than any of those YouTubers, bro. You guys know I just started doing this. I'm still learning lots of things. But what I can tell you all is that you might be mad that I'm super positive and whatnot, but I'm always going to talk about the stuff that I think you guys need to know. I will tell you everything, left and right. And you guys decide. I'm not here to put up any amazing, phrases or any. I don't have the time for that, guys. I just put up the headline as is, and I go with that because you guys deserve the truth. If it's one thing that the fan base deserves, it's the God honest truth, not hype. Because guys, we've been struggling for a decade near damn near. And I don't know about some of you guys, but I know about guys like Will and Alien and some of the older heads in the fan base. These guys been doing it for years. Some of these guys saw us relegated. You know what I mean? And you don't need anyone trying to hype you or sell you a dream right now. You just need someone to give you the God honest, bro, or give you the facts, and you can make your decisions because the only thing we all want and we have in common is we want United to win. People shouldn't be using you guys' emotions against you like that. The media has done that shit enough, guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Bro,
for me, if I step in, big up everybody in the chat. I see Alien, I see Will, I think I see Matata and Raja. Big up everybody. For me, it's a case of you just watch the news and take what you want to take and move on, bro. It's not that difficult. It's people once you understand that the media house have papers to sell, they have stories to write, and they have to make a career off of what they do, right? It's passion for them also. So they have to make it, they have to go back at home and say, okay, did I do well today in my field? You know what I'm saying? So it's not just a case of, oh, everything they say you have to hook, line, sinker. No, bro. You just have to take it, do your own research and move on, bro. It's not that difficult. For me, I like the meet. That's why when I said earlier to this morning's show, like I really didn't see what was wrong with that Osa Alex thing because I know everybody, I know how the media is, bro. Give me just a sniff and I'll make a news out of it. Just give me something and I'll make something out of it. So it's again, it's just that we United right now are not in a good place where there's not much to actually celebrate about. You understand? So
exactly.
if any news comes out, it feels like it just makes whatever has been there worse. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
So for me, I understand, guys, man. Go ahead.
Big up to Ray Carl Brown. Thank you so much for the contribution, my bro, with the £5 super chat. Big up to you again. Tuchel going to England shows how the media
Good.
was
I think
pushing this agenda. I said to you guys, we have not made any contact to this guy. Bro, I'm living in Germany. The German media would have had this. You know what I mean, guys? I'm not trying to brag or anything, but these guys would have been on top of this. Thomas Tuchel to the biggest club in England, a German. Come
so.
on.
So
They had nothing.
my question to everybody in the chat, and maybe also to Mark, why is Top Guns, right, not wanting the United job at the moment? Because we saw earlier today, whilst we don't take all the what the media says hook, line, sinker, right? But it's a topic for discussion. It feels like some of these big names, they feel like if I go to United at this current time, I might not have it in me, or they are just in a state of uncertainty that if I go there, I'm not sure if I'm that person that will bring that stability, right?
I mean,
so my question now is, why are the big guns trying to just shy away from the United job?
bro, let me tell you, I don't think any big guns shying away from the United job. No, but the United job is not a win-now situation. No matter what we do or what we say, we could spend $500 million, bro. If we spend $500 million, it's not like Chelsea. Remember, 2 seasons ago, Chelsea spent $1.2 billion. Less than 18 months ago. And no one talks about it. I mean, they sell well, but they haven't sold $1 billion in players. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where you look at it from a perspective where change in this current inflated market is expensive. No matter how you look at it. When you look at some of the top players, the Man United-esque players, when Man United walk into the room to shop, it's not like if Chelsea walk in the door, they'll be like, okay, Chelsea, yeah. Man United walk in the door, they do this.
Yeah, lick the
Dollar
lips and
signs,
stuff like that.
dollar
Yeah.
bills, y'all. So for me, guys, I just look at it from a perspective, and I'm not saying the media is stopping United from winning, bro, but let me be honest, bro. If you create a story, picture it like a film. Sit back and think about it like a film, guys. And think about the best story that would make the season so attractive or interesting, right? That people can't help but wonder what happening next. Think about it. And think about some of the movies that you watch, and think about it, and just look at how the media plans these things. Like, the articles have been recycled from articles we've seen this summer, 6 weeks, 9 weeks ago. These articles were printed. They are referring and quoting back to these same articles from 6 and 9 weeks ago. And then they're using it because why? United not performing so well. The fan base unstable. Let's push this and make these guys fight. Really, like, we came through the summer, guys, excited about Ineos. Everybody was Ineos doing an amazing job.
100.
And people right now, 7 games into the season, are like,
Fraud wash.
Ineos fraud wash. Like, guys, this is how you know the media messes with your mental. Because the media is trying to make you think what they want you to think.
Let me say so. Let me just add something to what Dakro was saying, right? Dakro, I understand what you're saying. You're saying the media's treatment of United isn't new and will never stop. The reason why it feels like it's right in our faces, right, is because at the moment the club, we're not doing well on the pitch, right? Now, if we're doing well on the pitch, how many times did you notice when they were talking that much when we were winning, bro? No, it's just right now we are not doing well on the pitch, and they are just twisting all kind of stories that they could get and twist just to, because they know there's a divide already in the fan base. There's an uncertainty in the fan base. People are not happy. People want results. So what's more, when is the best time to actually add more salt upon injury? Now it is, bro. Now is the best time to do that. And yeah, so if they cannot do it now, when the volume is louder, right, or loudest, when else can they do it? Is it when United is back on their feet, winning games and winning titles? No, bro. So, and another thing to add to what you said earlier, Dako, it's the fact that if you keep going at a particular person, or let's leave United, a group of people that are trying to do their job and they're hitting a snag here or there, trying to tweak, and you keep going at them, you keep writing all sort of stuff at them. No form of encouragement whatsoever, bro. There's so much that these guys could take. It's gonna get to a point where people might just, like the mental health of some people. You could be strong, bro. Like myself, it really take a lot to push me to get me to that point where I start thinking external force. But for some people, it's not that. It's very easy. So whilst on the one hand we are saying, okay, the club is not doing well, on the other hand, the media and everything is just piling on the pressure. And some of these guys, you know them, you and I, we know them. Some of these guys cannot really take so much pressure, bro. There's some point, like they say in the plumbing world, if you put so much pressure on the pipe, it's going to burst at some point, bro. So for me, it's just a case of we just have to find a balance. I know a lot of people are upset. I would not tell you that. I would tell you that for free. A lot of people are upset, and rightly so. Rightly so, bro. Because of one reason: the performance on the pitch, the result. It's rightly so, bro. But now trying to take what the media is saying, hook, line, sinker, I feel like it's doing more harm to people than actually good. Because there's nothing the media want to tell you that you don't know about your football club. Now, trying to coin things or spin things around to make it look overtly negative, that's the part where you be like, you know what, you guys are doing too much now. You guys are doing too much. I know this is my football club. We're in a mess right now. You guys are doing too much. That's what we as supporters need to do. We can come inside the house and blow the roof off, right? The minute we step out the door, bro, there ain't no place like home, bro. There's nobody. You know how it is with siblings fighting about things that are happening in the house, but when they come out, like, yeah, everything is fine. You know. That's how I feel like we supporters should be. But but not everybody will share in that same thought like I do. But it is what it is. I asked the question earlier. I said, why do top guns try to not want to take the United job at the moment? And Ray Carl is saying something like, it's because United are in a development phase, and guys who are looking to win now, the job is not fancy. Bro, I hear that. I agree with you. Yeah, Elian is saying, big up Elian, is saying some things just don't work out, and for whatever reason, that's Eric Ten Hag now. Bro, I to an extent I agree with you, right? Whilst I feel like we need to improve the performance on the pitch, get more result in terms of W, right? I feel like some of these things are beyond our control, bro. The only thing we could do is what we are doing right now. What you are doing right now. Talk about it. I'm talking about it. You're talking about it. But all we have, like for me, it's just a rally. It's not really just a rally call. All we have is just our football club. I believe if anybody wakes up this one morning and maybe just get a surprise, maybe let's say 20 billion pounds in the bank account, and like, yo, somebody from somewhere just decide to the person is passing out and just decide to just wheel everything to you, bro. I know a lot of people, but the first thing to do is just get United and get it sorted out quick before they think twice, right? So at the moment, that is not within our control. What we know to do is have our debate, air our concern, and just hope for the best. Hope for the best. Because if it was up to so many of you guys, maybe even me, maybe a change would have happened, right? You never can tell. But it's just crazy how the media just twists things. Like this Tuchel thing, they've been saying it in the winds, right, for a long time. People have said it, even when Tuchel was linked to the United job last summer, right? I believe some people were saying it, like, yo, yeah, Tuchel will be a good fit for the England national team and what's not and what's not. And voila, it feels like man has agreed, bro. It's like he's agreed, because I was reading a report earlier saying he's agreed to become the next England manager. So it's what the media do, bro. It's what the media do, bro. Yeah, like I said, right? Alien is coming. It needs a run up, bro. Bro, it needs a run away like yesterday, man. It needs a run up like yesterday, bro. Like you all know me on the channel. You all know me. A lot of people a lot of people know me. Some people don't. A lot of people disagree with what I say, but you all know me. I'm not the style of play merchant, bro. I'm the W merchant, bro. Give me some W's on the pitch, because what I believe is W's breed confidence, and confidence actually breeds that style of play that you're trying to do. Because if your players are actually knowing fully well that we're going to this game, we're going to win this game no matter what, right? Then they do it for like 5 games, 6 games stretch, and be like, you know what? Let's start tweaking that style of play that you're talking about. Let's see how. Then if that style of play is not giving them the desired effect, then they go back to how they could get the game and get the win. So for me, Elian, you can't that he needs the run. He needs it like now, bro. Like now. You know me,
bro.
He needs it like now, bro.
Sorry about that, guys. I have to take a bathroom break really quickly.
Yeah. Rajat is saying main time. Sorry, bro. Main time they try to make. Yeah, like I said, right? If you're making if you're making a comment or you're having a debate, right? As long as you're talking from a neutral point of view, bro, you're good. The minute you start adding some sort of bias then you start breeding agendas, and agendas start breeding into some sort of toxicity, and before you know, everybody he's at the gridlock trying to, mine is better than yours, my opinion. No, bro, we don't need to do that.
It's a weird one, Drex, because at the end of the day, see, the funny thing is it's like, okay, look, Randy's saying here, bring Mason back. I saying this since last season, Drex. You remember I saying this
100.
since last season. Just bring the brother back, let him kick the ball. Whatever happen will happen. Let it happen. Because at the end of the day, no one is God. We can't foresee the future. You know, they hype up all the negative news about him. The mayor say he should never come here. The mayor had to apologize for that in France.
But Mark, don't forget that
requested an apology from the mayor, public apology. You know what I mean? So
don't forget that.
Prospectively speaking, from the perspective of the future is unwritten, and as fans of football, we could only have hope for the positive, because nobody is hoping to lose. We are hoping to win. Regardless of what's going on, or who's the star player, who's scoring the most goals, who is the coach, we hoping to win.
100.
I don't know about them. I hoping to win every single game. Hoping. Now, when we performing well, they could see the win looking more likely, but sometimes it just don't look like that, guys. And that's the funny thing. And, to be fair, the one thing I would say is positive for me is that despite all the drama, we were still able to lock down a win, bring home a cup. And I think for the fans, you always had to bring a cup home. So any club, if you can't win the league, you had to bring home a cup. And if you can't bring home a FA Cup, bring home a Europa Cup. If you can't bring a UCL, bring a Europa League. You know what I mean? If you can't bring the FA Cup, then God.
I feel like it's a way to just give whilst you're like they say, right? Back, like there's this saying back home, right? Just because you don't have to rice to eat at the moment doesn't mean you can't make a quick noodle to just so I feel like whilst the football fan base wants the big trophies, the Champions League, the Premier League, which we would get very soon. I'm seeing it very soon. We'll get it, right? If we could do with one of them cups, bro, bring it just to let the players and just to have the fans. I know it's not the big thing, but just have the fans say, you know what, even in our torrid time, even in our terrible time, we were still able to get this cup. Imagine what we could do if if the I's and the T's are dotted and crossed respectively. Imagine what we could do, So it's just a confident booster for me. But everybody's got their own say, everybody's got the way they look at things. But that's just me, bro.
Hey, at any time, I'm telling man them now. Anytime Anthony start playing left back, we start winning games. I'm taking all the credit. All the credit. I'm taking all of it. Not even Ten Hag getting credit for Anthony playing left back. I foresaw that. Anyway, big up to you, Alien 10. I think that's not too bad. I've been seeing that for a while now, thinking about how to fit Anthony in the squad to get 25 GA. You know what I mean?
You want me go? You want me to go with this one?
Go ahead, bro. I just want to read it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, isn't the club's moral responsibility to safeguard the interests of the fans by communicating with them on various issues brought up by the media, so as to calm them down mentally and emotionally? Dacro, on the one hand you could say, but it's on the other hand, it's like a case. How will I put it now? It's a case of when people in charge are trying to make things happen, right? They don't just go second guessing every time, because I think that in itself will breed chaos. Now, whilst I know they need to talk to the fans, but I don't think it's not an everyday thing.
Yeah, but Dacro, my question to Dacro is,
it's not really
what you're referring to, because
No, what the
If the
media is saying,
club,
I think.
if the last communication from the club is we are back in
Pick up
Eric Ten
Steph.
Hag, what was that?
No, I'm just greeting Stephanie.
Oh, big up Stephanie. What's good? What's good, Stephanie? You know, I see. This is just my question to Dark Round. I don't know if you mind asking, answering this question to me. Last thing the club said officially, the
Hmm.
CEO, the DOF,
Yeah.
okay, back in Ten Hag is a project for the future, and we are working hard on this. We are
Hmm.
working to make this a successful thing, and it's a project for the future. That's what they all said. He even came out and said, "We hope to win the league in 2028." That's 4 years from today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm looking at it from the perspective of they have not once came out and said, well, we are considering that we might have to make a decision and consider if we need to move forward with Ten Hag. None of the executives in our brand new structure has said that.
No.
Everyone who has said that are either a media person, a journalist, or a YouTuber.
Or someone close
No, 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 no.
sources.
Forget. No, 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 no,
No,
brother. Don't go. No, 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 no.
they make it up, but the media make it up. I know.
Whether or not, no, 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 no. Understand what I'm saying? Whether
Yeah,
they're
yeah, I
close
get
to
you.
or not, as long
Yeah.
as the club official
Statement. Yeah.
statement is not, we are considering a new option for head of management of Manchester United Football Club. Honestly, for me, I'm not paying too much attention to the news. Fabrizio and Ornstein came out and said Ten Hag is not, his job is not up for discussion. You know what I mean? He will be, he's backed by the board, and they are considered, and they plan for a project with him. That's what they said. Fabrizio said
Yep.
it,
Yep.
and David Ornstein said it. So even Melissa Reddy said it.
Mm.
So for me, I look at this, guys, and I say to you, you know what? Maybe we should just take a step back, because you know what? 1 second, guys. You should take a step back, because at the end of the day, you know, the media will say lots of things. That doesn't mean it's true. The club has to make a statement. If the club's last statement is we backing this manager, then guys, come on. The club don't need to tell you that, Tuchel was fake news. At least I don't think so. I could be wrong.
Yeah. So for me, it's how much press conference do you want to do just to quell the fan base, just to keep them calm? Do you want to come saying every time there's a news up there? Do you want to go, no, disregard this, no, disregard? No, bro. Just let the once you realize that these guys have their career to chase, to grow, they have a family to feed. It's a job to them. It's not really you and I are the fans, bro. You are the fans. These guys are not, bro. Anyone that tells you, "Oh, I'm a fan of United and I write those stuff," no, bro. It's just they're just fans. That's how I say it. That's how I say it. Mark, is your voice louder for Anthony because of rumors Newcastle wanting him? Isn't the same media responsible for that? Until it happens, bro. Until it happens, I don't like. For me, I take everything with a pinch of salt. I take everything with a pinch of salt. I maybe Mark is different, but for me, I take everything. I don't just draw conclusion on just
No,
because
no, bro. Like for Anthony,
yeah.
bro, like I tell man them from since last summer,
Yeah, yeah,
they're
yeah,
not
yeah.
going to sell Anthony. He's going to have until January to force his way into the team, or to
Starting
give some
11, yeah.
kind of performance that will let them make a decision in the summer. That's why I told everyone in the summer. Because for me,
Man says it quiet.
I already looking at it from two ways. One, he cost us £89 million. We're not going to sell this brother for £30 million, bro. That's mad. That is mad. You know what I mean? And the other thing is, I think we definitely going to probably see a resurgence from him. I think given time, by time January, we could all be having different discussions on the squad. Because I think Joshua Zirkzee is going to come alive for Christmas. That's just me. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know what I mean. I know you enjoying the chaos, bro. Oh, you enjoying the chaos, brother. Like a lemon. You know what I'm saying?
Man likes the
Big up to you,
chaos.
my lemon brother. Big up to you, broski.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see what Tuchel would do with the English national team. I'm just curious to see. He wasn't the top of my list for that job, right? I know my top guy was actually Pochettino before this leak. Is it Castley? Yeah, leak. The guy the interim manager before he came on. I'm like, oh, this guy used to be the under 21 English under 21 coach, right? Maybe he could do a job, but I don't know why the FA needs to have a different person than this guy. They just give this guy the job. I don't think he would do bad, right? He could tweak in change things when he needs to. He doesn't have a quote unquote, we haven't noticed it yet, favorite. So maybe, but yeah, the English FA, they have a different thought process. So we just have to wait and see how that unfolds.
Well, even I'm gonna drop the link in the comments, because I don't know if Dret wanna be chatting here for another half an hour by himself.
No.
But
No.
let me see if
Man says
if
Aparo
Hayden want to
Fernandez
jump in
can
and have his say,
improve us. Can't wait to see Shidobi and Kone. I thought I saw
Shidobi, Martin and Kone, Sekou Kone, and I was telling them that the last couple of weeks. Remember, I told everyone that Sekou Kone is going to be given a little bit of time because he's still adapting to life in England.
Yeah.
And he is, it's a lot of things. It's like not just him. He are learning English, the different style of football is a new style of football, a new expectation of how they want him to play. But what I did say to everyone is that they are going to come in and you're going to see these guys playing in the FL Cup, the League Cup, the Carabao Cup, basically. Chidobe Martin is going to take a few more weeks because he only recently started. So he's just in his new progress with the club in training and getting himself up to fitness, But you're definitely going to see the likes of Dango Jr. And I'm excited for that, guys. 100%. 100%. Big up to Professor Olmo and Bailey Tech in the building.
Wait, hold up.
Big up
You gonna
to you
see Dan
guys.
God Jr. where? I didn't hear that last sentence.
He's going to be starting in the Carabao Cup.
Okay.
Don't disrespect Dan Jr., bro.
I'm not disrespecting him. You ain't know. Like, listen. I follow the youth players. Like, I like my youth players. I want them to succeed, even after they leave this club.
You
I
didn't know
follow
who
them and
Dan
see where
Jr.
they're.
was this time last season, bro.
Of course, I knew who Dan God Jr. Come on, what are we doing here? You know about the Dan
I go
God
pull it
Mino
up in
Hannibal?
4K.
Do you know? Do you wait? Hold up. Do you know about? Hold up. Do you know about the Dan God Mino Hannibal midfield combo? Come on, don't tell me about Dan God. So to move on, I like my youths. I want them to succeed. Like even if they leave this club, like Isaac, like Max Oyedele, I still follow them because I want them to succeed. I don't just want them to like feel like what's the other one that we had that had like mental crisis? I forgot his name. The one that scored for us. Like I just want them to succeed. So like listen, whether Smack plays them or not, I don't care. I just want them in a position where they succeed. Like under 18, under 21, I'm enjoying them there. They're having a good time there. When they come to the senior team, anything can happen. Like Coiler, I didn't know about Coiler. I didn't know about Coiler until last year. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm gonna keep up with him. Then now I'm keeping up with him. I'm like, sir, this is not the role for you. But either way, time and time again, this manager is here to stay, and I'm happy that Ineos has stuck with their guns and not simply about the manager and transfer everything to Cyrus Ferguson. If it's one thing Ineos have done is like international break, we've taken that headline and they've done an amazing job of it. They take that headline by storm during this international break. Shout out to Ineos.
Okay, Omar, before I go to Belly Tech, give me there's a question on the screen. Hey guys, which midfield do you prefer? Ugarte, Maino, Bruno, or Ugarte, Ericsson, Bruno? Omar, I know you have your perfect midfield.
I already said the midfield I want to see. Like either of those, I don't like it. I do not like it.
So
why? Because Bruno is
what's your
there.
preference?
Bruno and Ugarte is there. That's why I don't like it.
So give LT your preferred midfield options.
The preferred midfield I would like is Ericsson, Mino, and Casemiro. Because that midfield brings balance. It brings balance.
So Ericsson at the 10, right?
Ericsson leaving in January, by the way. Just wanted to put that out there.
I don't care about any of that. Like Ericsson could play the 10, could slide to the 8 row. Mino more of an 8-10, could slide to the 6 row at some time when he get the ball and catch him. Like they did the thing, like I don't want to consider it as number this, number that. It's just about roles that they play in.
Yeah.
Like for example, Casemiro, defend the center backs, get the ball back, give it to Mino or Ericsson. And once Casemiro win the ball back, he goes up like in a kind of bus crashing way, but not like in a runner type way. Like by the way they transition the ball up front. That's how I want my midfield to be eventually in the future. But then again, I will see. I don't think Bruno does that at Manchester United, but he does that well at Portugal. So now there's a clash of styles.
Okay, but just for all intent and purpose, pick which of them do you prefer among these two that this guy just put here?
On this to this Ugarte. Jesus Christ.
Maybe this guy's trying to play FIFA. He needs help quickly.
He's trying to play FIFA. Just go with Ugarte, Mino, Bruno.
I'm
Like,
kidding,
bro,
bro.
that style does not match at all.
Ugarte, Mino, and Bruno, bro. I don't like that one. I think I like the Ugarte, Ericsson, and Bruno one though. I think that's the one I prefer from these options you've given me, LT. I prefer the second one, which is the Ugarte. I think the Ericsson, Bruno, and Ugarte one. Is then Ugarte? Yeah, Ericsson, Bruno, and Ugarte, which is the second one. That's my team. Benny, how you doing, bro?
Yo, I'm good, man. I'm good.
What are you saying? There's a question on the screen. Two options. Which do you prefer?
If it was up to me,
Yeah,
I would probably go Ugarte, Casemiro, and Ericsson.
Ericsson. I think I
But
like that. That's the perfect one for me as well too.
yeah, but if I have to pick from
The
his
options.
list,
Hmm.
then it will probably be Ugarte, Ericsson, and Bruno. I like Mino, but what I've noticed is that when we lose the ball, he's just jogging back. And although he doesn't lose the ball himself per se, I think as a team, you need to be busting a gut to get back to defend. And I think he just jogs back a lot, and it doesn't really help the team, in my opinion.
Okay, so what you make of all them noise that have been going on with the club earlier today? Sir Adam Ineos doing what they're doing with Sir Alex, Tuchel about to be the England boss and all of that. What you make of all of those?
Well, it's good for England. Good news for England. Because Tuchel has always been like a short-term sort of manager. So I just believe maybe we'll see how it goes taking England to the next tournament. Me personally, I don't really trust foreign managers in certain positions because, like, let's say England go and play Germany in a final. Is he really gonna want to beat Germany in like World Cup final?
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Like, no, but that's my personal opinion. You might think,
I get you, bro.
But
my personal opinion is he's not. My personal opinion is he would rather see Germany win the World Cup.
The island is like to be German, Dutch, English, Brazilian, or something. And when we play against nations like that, the manager going to win, bro. You know
Mark, but Mark, hear the guy out. The guy said he's
I said what I said because I used to having a different manager, a foreign manager. So
no, I hear what you're saying, right? But even though I don't rate Gareth Southgate, the positions that Gareth Southgate has taken this England team, like they've probably got there because he's English. Now, I don't rate his tactical nous. I don't think he's a good manager. And that's what a rubbish manager has done. Now, if you put a German manager in there, he might be able to get there to a final. But if you come up against your home nation, that's where I don't trust him. That's my personal opinion.
I see what you're saying,
he might beat Italy in a final. He might beat France in a final. But in Germany, they know his tactics, and two, I don't think that he is gonna want to beat them in the same way that he would want to beat any other team.
Okay, Billy, let's make it easy a little bit. What if he gets to the final and, like you said, playing Germany, and he calls in sick? You're like, yo, bro, I'm sick, bro. I won't be able to take the start. But give all the information to the assistants who's not German, and they end up winning. And he comes like, you know what? I was not in the stand. I was not in the dugout. I was sick, So if I was in dugout, I would have done something different. But I hear you, bro. Because I'm thinking about it right now. Like, will he really want? But he's got a job to do, so he would definitely have to do it. So, what about
No, let me give you this one quickly. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's say Dwight York, yeah, was like manager of Jamaica,
Yeah.
and then somehow they got to a final, and then they're playing
Trini.
Tobago in the final. Do you think he's gonna want to beat them? Because I don't think so.
Of course he is.
He
Of
ain't gonna
course he
want
is,
to
'cause
beat.
they
He
owe him
ain't
money.
gonna, bro. He's gonna throw that
I'm
match
telling
on
you, because
purpose.
they refused to give him the management role for Trinidad. So
No, but hypothetically, do you think it's Mark? Do you think it's something that what you're knowing fully well that this is Dwight York, this is Trinidad and Tobago, right? There one chance to actually win. Do you think? And
brother, it did not nothing like that, brother. I thought Trini, bro. Listen to me. Hear me good. Real good. Real good, bro. Right? If I enter a competition now with a team of friends and we up against a Trinidad team in the final in a competition, like just say for a music production thing. You think I go and pull any punches because they're Trini and they make the final? Right? Smashing them to the core, bro. You think I care about that, bro?
okay,
Is that final I want to win, bro? You know what I mean?
I hear you,
If that
bro.
was me, you're not allowed back in Trinidad. You're not allowed to show your
Bro,
face.
they can't stop me, bro. If it's
Don't
one
show
thing they
your
can't do
face,
is stop me.
Man gonna come at nighttime in one of them luggage bags, bro. Be like, yo, just roll me in. Nobody has to know. But guys, okay, you know the show today is actually
I could
Standard
always just go
FC.
to Tobago, bro. Just have to go to Tobago. Or go to one of the other islands and take a boat.
Yeah.
Take a boat across, you know?
How do we, in your guys' opinion, how do you think United will get it? Do you think our standards are gonna get back, and how soon do you think it's gonna? Because the whole show today, the theme of the show is actually Standard FC. Do you think, how soon do you think we'll get our standard back to where everybody's holding it right now? Like they want it that high.
Who's starting with this?
It's gonna take a while, bro.
No, because everybody, if you talk about okay, but Belly, let me come out clean to you now. If you talk about you want you're looking at the manager and yes, okay, I for myself, I said I give him to December, which obviously I can never give him to the end of the season, right? But I've seen a lot of people that said to the end of the season, assess what is done. But when you say things like that, the other side of the fence will say, bro, you're low in standard. Managers have been sacked for XYZ reasons. Managers have been sacked even after winning an FA Cup. So you're lowering the standards. You're not a true United fan, and all of that, right? Then sometimes you take all of this and you go back and be like, okay, what did I say wrong? How did I say it, or something like that? But looking at the standard, right? Do you think, okay, where we are now, right? Do you think it's Erik ten Hag that has brought this standard this low, or do you think fans' expectations are too low that we've lowered the standard? Or
I'll go first. Listen, the standard has been
wait. The reason why I said the reason why I went to Billy, I will come to Prof. I know Prof will have Billy.
Yeah.
So
when you all done that debate there,
we're going to look at
team.
this. Yeah. We'll
Let
look
me
at this
deal with the positions that empty first, and then we will attack the positions that already filled.
Let's just take 1 minute to just wrap this whole standard thing. Yeah, Billy, go ahead.
Okay. The way I look at what's going on now is we've had multiple managers that have bigger names than the current manager now, that have failed to take the club forward. I'm talking about managers that have won the Champions League with very good teams. Yeah, they've struggled to tame the beast that is Man United. Unfortunately, these managers have all done it without a proper structure in place, unfortunately for them. Now, we have a manager that is, he's come with a good CV and he's won stuff under a poor structure. Now we have a proper structure in place, and although the start hasn't been so good, you have to give the manager time because he's brought 6 brand new players to the club. So you have to give things time. We've only just got new coaches in and stuff like that. It's not like they've been there half a season. They've only had like a couple of months to bed in. So there's a lot of changes around the club and whatnot. And I think it's going to take more than this season for them to all have some further cohesion in terms of how they're working, the relationships that they're building, what they're seeing that is working and what is not working. And they're going to get to a point where I believe that the tide will start turning. But right now, we just have to stabilize ourselves and then start fixing up from there. It's going to be a gradual process. But the idea that the manager should be sacked now, to me, especially with the money that they've spent in the summer, is wild to me. Like,
so Benny, you're not really bothered about this quote, the word that have been thrown around, standard. You're not really bothered about that. Okay, you wanting a manager as a case of actually lowering standard. You don't.
But the thing is, yeah. I know there's a standard, right?
Yeah,
or there
yeah.
should be a standard. But the
Yeah.
problem that we have when we apply a standard, yeah. Imagine going to like a company that's failing, yeah. A company that's maybe at the low end, yeah, of the low end of where they should be. And then you now start throwing around standard, and they haven't been that company who's gonna sell the most for a while. Like, it's literally been a long time. That's like you look at the likes of Apple and Microsoft and companies of that ilk. And then you look at the companies that used to do it back in the day. And now you're saying, let's say a company like Ericsson. Why ain't Ericsson at the top? Why ain't Ericsson selling more than Apple? Like, like you can't just say that. There needs to be a lot of changes. There needs to be a lot of things that they need to put in place in order for them to now start putting that assault on being the number one company again and selling more than Apple and selling more than Microsoft and things of that nature. But like, we have to be realistic with. We have to be realistic.
Let me get the professor to give me a counter argument before we jump onto this thing, and I'll get.
That's all right. I wanted to address this comment for the longest while with you guys. But
okay, go ahead.
Read it now. I just want to read it out, guys. Tell LT know there, and we'll probably address this after we finish doing the thing as the last thing we react to before we close the stream.
So,
do you guys view Benny's comments about the players being impeccable in training, but come to match day, they shock at that they don't implement what they trained? You know, you don't see that in the game. Do you think that's on Ten Hag? I know what my response to that is. I let you guys think on that for a little while.
But yeah, just hold on that one, Ray. Let me get Prof on still on the topic of the standard. Let me get your 30 seconds on that one. I go to Ray.
Okay. The standards is going lower and lower. That's the problem. It's going lower and lower, and with this man and the way this year is going to get more lower. Like if we got to see other managers in the past, managers have won the league, managers have won the Champions League. Louis van Gaal, Jose, those two have won something. Ole hasn't won. Louis van Gaal and Jose, they won Champions League and league, right? Are you going to tell me they didn't win?
I don't think.
Yeah, but they didn't bring anything. They didn't bring anything.
They didn't bring anything to the league. But I'm just saying those are bigger managers. They have won something in respective clubs that they have gone to.
Okay.
And now, like, their standard was like, oh, we're gonna come in here and we're gonna try to win the league, but they didn't win the league. They're gonna try to win the Champions League, but they didn't win the Champions League, but they won something else. We are the same spot with Ole for 4 years or 3 years, I believe, or 3 years. I'm not sure. He didn't win anything. Now come this manager. Okay, you have given us some FA Cup FA Cup, Carabao Cup. You have given
Came
us
third
domestic.
first season, won something as well.
Mark, let him finish. Let him finish.
No. Say it
I'm
right.
Let him
Mark.
finish because I
Came
wanted
third
to
the
say
first
something on that.
season and won a cup.
Mark, I don't care. I don't care.
Let him finish. That's why I said let him talk.
What I'm trying to say is now we've come to this manager. He has given us Carabao Cup 1 year, FA Cup year 2. Now we're like, okay, how about the league? Because again, to me, the league shows the level of consistency, and we cannot give me that in the league. We're not needed here because again, we're 5 manager for less.
Yeah.
We're 5 manager for less because again, you could say Louis Van Gaal. Louis Van Gaal won the FA Cup, came and he got fired.
Many seasons he had. He got fired after his third season.
It doesn't matter how many seasons he had.
How
He
many
won the
seasons
FA Cup.
Okay.
Mark, I'm saying A, you're saying B. Mark, I'm saying A, you're saying B. He won the FA Cup and came fifth and he got fired.
I'm gonna wrap up. Let me go to Ray.
What I'm trying to say is that the standard is low and it's going to keep going lower.
Okay.
It's going to keep going lower. That's the main point.
It's going to keep going lower and lower until we start winning the league, right?
It should show consistency in the league, unless it's going to keep going lower.
Okay. I like that. Ray,
the floor is yours.
All right, okay.
The floor is yours, Ray.
Okay, my problem with that, with what the professor is saying, is that the standards were already left when Moyes was there. So what you need to do now is forget about standards. You need to now rebuild yourself, and you need to go through this sort of pain to get back to where you were. Because don't forget, the standards was 2030. That's the standard. So soon as we had Moyes, what did we do at the final of the season? We finished 7th. So you've killed the standards already. So no managers coming, even Ten Hag has come in. What did Ten Hag come in? He didn't come into United going to a Champions League final years and years or back to back. We finished 2nd on 2 points out. The man came to United when United was absolutely out the floor. So there is no standards. So what Ten Hag is trying to do is trying to build back a standard. And there's a hiccup at the moment because we've been down so low. And it's not going lower and lower because we've been low already. You know, because Josie didn't set no standards. Van Gaal didn't set no standards, and Ollie didn't set no standards. So he's trying to build back a standard. Don't forget, these players were misfits when he came in. Don't want to train. They don't want to show up on time. Some of them decided to go play PlayStation and sack it off for a year. So the standards are already gone, mate. And Ten Hag is trying to bring us standards, but there's no patience to the thing. You know what I mean? You can't, as one man already said, you can't tell me that a company that's got no standards for years and years and years try and you're going to set high standards. You're going to be laughed at. They're going to say, well, where was your standards 3 or 4 years ago? There weren't none. So Ten Hag has to try and do that.
I hear you, Ray. So just stay on you, right, Ray?
Yes.
Mark, we're gonna look at
for that comment, bro.
Okay. End of stream. Yeah, we're gonna look at the screen, right? Mark has got the possible. I think he's going with the 3-5-2.
3-5. We go with that 3-5-2 simple formation. You know?
So he wants you guys to fill it up. I know. Almost, you're a fan of the 3-5-2.
I've been talking about this since last year. It made no sense when this manager had injury crisis. We've been talking about this. Now you see, there's the thing. Like when I see things in the future, when people bring it up, I just laugh. Because like, wow, you finally caught up.
No, but it's not. If you remember, it's not a case of we finally caught up. A lot of us have been saying 3-5-2.
The thing is, I've seen this a long time ago when we're leaking goals left and right. I've said it since what year we were in 2024? I said it since 2022. I've been saying this since.
The manager wasn't here, bro.
I know I heard you in 2020 last season after January. I know you kept
it was around January because I've been saying that you're leaking in goals. Stop the leak of goals and maybe that
in our first season we didn't leak goals, bro. In our first season we kept the clean sheet. We had the
most clean sheets in the league.
Clean sheets in the league at home, even at home too, though. So we didn't leak goals. I think it was second season when we started having those injuries and we were leaking goals. I think a lot of people were calling for the 3-5-2 formation to like tighten things up, right? But let's see how you will fix this right now. Mark has gone with some players, tweak, and let's see what would you call it.
I'll put Maguire back there. I'll put I'll put Casemiro and Ugarte there as well, and I'll put the front two will be Rashford and Xerxes.
Okay, so
You
where would
know, if I
Maguire
tell
be?
all of this, right? That is the exact formation I was going to pick.
So you're
Swear
gonna
all
put
them and
Maguire?
gonna think
Wait, 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 wait,
I'm
wait, wait,
making it
wait.
up, eh?
Let
That's
me
the
listen.
exact
Let me
formation
hear
I
you
was
guys.
picking.
Let me hear you guys correctly. You're going to put Maguire in that empty space between Martinez and Euro.
That's the man you had
Yes,
to put there.
Okay.
yes.
And no, I'm just asking just for clarity, right? So let Mark hit us Maguire in that one first.
I
So
will put him in. If you guys want to take him out, you
no,
go
I'm
ahead.
just
But I mean,
yeah, I'm
according
just
to
yeah.
Olmo, I agree with Olmo because that was my choice anyway.
So where you're gonna put who? Casemiro and Prof. Let me hear because before I go to the other guys.
Casemiro on the right hand side and Ugarte on the left hand
On the
side.
left, Bruno will be ahead of them. Okay, so we can switch Bruno for Ericsson. Okay, then you're gonna play.
You people are forcing me to play this Bruno Fernandes.
I'm not
Jesus.
forcing you. I'm saying, okay, now Mark has put that in. You want to take Bruno off? Take Bruno off.
No. Just keep him there. Like, there's no point. This guy is just.
Because
He's kind of.
we have. Don't forget, right? We have a bench, and we know that Ericsson is
We're
good.
talking starting 11, bro.
Starting 11 doesn't mean anything, right? Then Zexi and you said Rashford up front.
What is this
Yes.
joint, or
Wait.
is this like one man picking the team?
No.
No. I just picking professor players, bro.
Bailey,
Because
you're
I
gonna
agree with some of the players. You guys could
Rashford on the
debate
right,
who to
Xerxes on the
change from
left.
what after when he go to you guys. So like
no.
when
When
it's
it
you
goes
and
to you
Ray, you
guys,
could
yeah,
take out a player or add a
yeah,
player, or
or
if you all guys
change
want.
anything you want to change in this one.
Rashford on the right, Xerxes on the left.
Rashford on the right, Zexis on the left. I
You're
think.
starting Xerxes. Oh
Yes,
See,
shit.
I know what I see something.
I say
Mm.
I was starting
Man,
Hoyland next
Mark,
to Rashford, but okay.
you and I are the hosts. Let them do their team, bro. We're gonna sexy on the left, right?
No, yeah, Rashford on the right.
100.
Well,
Mark
that's
got
what
you
you
covered.
say. Xerxes left Rashford right.
Yeah, Mark got you covered. Okay, guys, take a picture of this. This is how the professor would want to start his team. This is how he will line up for 3-5-2 formation. I think I like Bailey. I'm gonna come to you because it feels like no, Bailey, I'll come to you last. It feels like Ray likes this. Ray, what do you say?
Well, I mean, I will take out Maguire because he's got no pace. If you play three at the back and put Maguire in there, be prepared to be mesmerized by when people run past you. And I put Delete in there because he's got more pace and recovery.
No, but okay, Mark, why you do that? Let me just. But Ray, don't you think you having Delete and Martinez, two of them? There's no calm in that back
Oh, they're very
three.
calm, very calm, mate. I mean, Maguire is calm,
Mm-hmm.
but we know
Don't
that he's gonna get burnt. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
You put somebody there on him straight away, gone, and he can't even stay fit, as you
Mm-hmm.
could see.
my reason for picking Maguire is he's known for playing well with three out the back, and his long passing range, the ball over the top. He's the only one
Oh
that could
yeah.
do it back there, apart from Onana.
No,
He's
but
the
Euro
only one.
no, but Euro could do that too, though, because you
Yeah,
have Euro
Euro's
in
good at
there.
that, and Martinez could do that. So you've got two players in there that
No,
could give that long pass. Martinez
Martinez is
and
more
Euro.
on the floor,
Martinez is more bottom ground.
more to
Um,
ground.
Yeah,
Martinez more to
But he
ground.
can give
Martinez
you
is
that
more
long.
of a ball
He
to
can give you
ground.
that long pass out the back, though.
On the
Yes, but it's
ground,
more
yeah.
but on the ground. Professor is talking about Maguire giving you the diagonals
In the
in
air,
the
the
air.
air ball. But
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you need to mix it up though. You need an aerial guy and a guy that can give you in the ground. And
yeah,
you've
that's what,
got Martinez can give you in the ground, and Euro can give you over the air. So you've got
okay,
a good mix there with
okay,
Martinez, and you
okay.
got some pace to recover back. So that's a good
In
lineup
the
there.
in the five across the middle, what would you change?
I'll give Casemiro a break and give Menu because he got legs.
Okay,
Because you need legs in the Kaz is good, but you will see the legs, man. You need some legs in that midfield. You've got the Bruno's got some. You've got Agate, but Casemiro doesn't have the legs for me.
I'm trying to poke a hole on your selection though, but I don't see any. Having Casemiro and having Ugarte and Bruno, what more legs do you need? You have Dalot to the right. Don't you think the experience and the stability that Casemiro brings, don't you think is enough? Because like you said,
Not from what I've
was
seen from him, to be honest.
was it you that said Maynard jogs back, or was it Bailey? I can't remember who said that now.
No,
No,
it
it
was
is
me.
that. Menu has got the awareness of a defensive midfielder as well, you know, because you could see sometimes in some games where one guy go forward, he can sweep up in the defensive areas as well. So Menu does have that defensive quality that you're looking for, and with the legs as well.
Okay.
That's why I go. And then at front, it's a tough one, you know. To be honest with you, I would actually kind of play Zerk behind Rashford, where you can actually feed him the ball, because for me, Zerk is not an out-and-out striker like Rashford is. So if you get the ball to
Mark, just pull Zek. Mark, please pull Zek a little bit backward.
I don't need to pull him anywhere, because realistically, if he playing a two striker, he will not be.
One of them would be at the back. Yeah, one of them
would
obviously
be more behind anyway.
Okay.
So you practically would have 2 10s basically then. With Bruno somewhere.
Bruno
and Zexi
9.5
together, somewhere like that.
9.5. So Zexi would be the perfect role. 9.5 for him. All right. So you wouldn't change anybody. You wouldn't say Rasmus coming for Rashford or something like that.
I would change Zerks for Rasmus, because Rasmus can give you a chance. You know what I mean? Even Zerk, he just doesn't look like a finisher. Because some of the chances that he had this season, and if Rasmus was fit, they're in the back of the net. They're in the back of the net, you know.
But if Zexis is playing behind Rashford, do you still need Rasmus to play in that position as well?
No, I'll keep Rasmus where. I mean, sorry, I'll keep Rashford where he is, and just swap out Haaland, because I think Haaland gives you more of a killer touch in the box, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Bailey. Now the floor is yours. Tell me what you would do, bro.
I would take out Martinez.
Okay.
I like Martinez, but I think this season he's been shocking. So I'd rather take out Martinez and have Maguire, because he's been consistent.
Okay.
I would take Maino out and put Casemiro there, because I just believe that Casemiro looks rubbish because he hasn't got other people with legs around him.
Okay.
So I believe the team will be improved from a defensive standpoint if Casemiro has legs around him, meaning the extra defenders and Ugarte as well. So I think that will shore us up from a defensive standpoint. And then I would take Anthony out of there. I would most probably put Rashford there. And I will, because we've got 3 defenders, so I believe they can cover, they can provide adequate cover, as well as Ugarte and Delo getting back. So Rashford doesn't have to defend like his life depends on it. Right? But and then I would play Xerxes and Højlund up front. That's what I would do.
So okay, but aren't you now speaking about the cover? Aren't you really bothered about the? I hear what you said about Ugarte coming back to like offer like a cover for the 3 at the back, right?
We've got 2 defensive players in midfield. We've got 3 at the back. In fact, we've got 4. We've got 3 defensive players in midfield: Delo, Casemiro, Ugarte, and then you've got 3 central defenders at the back, all of which are good in the air. So on the set plays, will be so dangerous, right?
Okay.
And then you've got Rashford, who doesn't really have to defend. If he's playing as a left winger, he doesn't have to defend so badly. And then you've got Xerxes and Højlund. You've got the pace up front. So I believe that we would be able to terrorize teams playing in this way. But that's my personal opinion.
Okay, guys, if you see me laughing, don't.
This is why I love Eric Ten Hag.
Yeah, my thing with why I put Anthony on that position, right?
Yeah.
Because I believe we're not going to get away with not having somebody at least track back 90% of the game, or for the first 70 minutes, which we're not going to guarantee from Rashford. Now, while I think Rashford has much improved in his attacking proficiency going forward, I really and truly hope you all don't hate me for this, but he is not a winger. He is a left forward. He's a left-sided striker to play in a pairing of two strikers up front. He's not a winger, right? If Rashford was a winger, he would average 10 assists per season over the last 8 or 9 seasons. He has not.
That's true.
The average winger in the Premier League is average at least 8 or 9 assists, bro. Who's start for the club? Create a lot of chances. That's not Rashford. So I would rather him just play as a striker. So how he is a striker there, love him there. You know what I mean? He had his best. He's best when he just have to shoot, in my opinion. Just give him the ball. If he decide to pass, cool. But let him just do his thing. Sometimes you just have to let a man do the thing, bro. That's just how I look at it.
See, Mark, I understand you, but these are beautiful dreams that I wish come true.
Bro,
but why is nobody? Sorry, Mark. Sorry. Why is nobody talking about? Is it Mazraoui in this formation right here? Why is nobody talking about it?
Where you going to start him, bro?
I'm gonna go further with Mazraoui. I'm about to say something here. Listen, take a Lenny Euro, put him in the middle, put Mazraoui on that side. Move the leg, take Leach out of there, and move them all to the right as that, and put Mazraoui to the right.
So Mazraoui is a better left back than he's a right back, you know.
I don't put him playing left back. I want him to play centre back.
So you want Mazraoui? You want Mazraoui?
Who playing on the left?
A centre back.
Yes, I want Mazraoui as centre back.
So De Ligt as left back, right? That's what you say, though.
No, De Ligt, no. De Ligt at left centre back. Mazraoui as right centre back. And Lenny Euro as the middle centre back.
Omo. You see, if I wish I had a PS5, I would have said, let's try this with you right now. Deleted left centre back.
Yes.
Nah, I'm not there with you, Olmo.
No, Mark.
You're not there with me. Just listen. When you're like me, when you watch too much football, you just know that you can create something out of it.
With you, bro. I'm not making that change. I think that is crazy. At this point, I think we do too much.
You know, than that. Now that I thought about it, Lenny Euro at left centre back, and Maguire at the middle centre back, and Mazraoui at the right centre back.
Now you're making
I
it.
never see Mazraoui play centre back in my life. I'm sorry. I apologize.
This is what I'm saying. I don't know what guys
I'm not doing that.
Now you're sounding like the prof. I know.
This is my dream. There's no argument here. This is just my dream. This is just something that I can see work. But
we are not arguing,
Professor, it's good thing that's your dream and not reality.
Guys, calm down. We are not arguing. We know it's your dream. That's why we say peak, right? But we're in your dream. We are still trying to like adjust it a bit so it could actually be, you know.
So LT thinks this formation lineup looks a bit too defensive for him. LT. What would you change in this lineup if you had to change 2 players to give it more balance, since it looks a bit defensive for you, bro?
Oh, it's simple. It's a midfield. You take out Gate. You take out Casemiro. You put Eriksen. You put Bruno. You put Mino. More offensive.
No, I think
you don't need to do all of that. We're talking
about
just balance it, bro.
That's not balance, bro. Professor, that's not balance. You want to just make it flat in the middle? That's not balance, bro.
Yeah, I want the middle to be flat. That's the whole thing. Like this whole thing of this whole thing of needing legs, to me is a myth.
No, I don't think we don't need legs. I don't think needing legs is actually a thing, right? I just feel like in a vibe like this, right? Casemiro should be there. Maybe a
Casemiro, Mino, Eriksen, in the end.
Yes, something like
ball
that.
To feet.
But it is defensive, but you're not thinking about going forward. That's why you need legs, because you will be sitting, and then you're looking for the counter.
No.
Ray, you're not sitting, bro. Ray, you're not sitting.
The thing is like if you're playing and you have the ball, you're not carelessly losing the ball. That's why you don't need legs. Because if you're not losing the ball, there's no point on needing legs in the first place.
You're not going forward. I mean, you put in
you're going forward because you have more players.
Casemiro is defensive. Ogata is defensive.
Yeah,
And
but
Maino, as I said, he can be
Casemiro,
defensive
No,
too.
no, no,
So
no.
Casemiro
No.
could
I
where,
was
where
start
you
saying,
the
I
going
was
game
with
as
saying
this?
the
well.
midfield of.
Guys, come on,
I
come
was saying
on.
the midfield of Casemiro, Eriksen, and Mino. That's not defensive. That's just ball to feet. You're not losing
That's
the ball. There's no point of needing legs.
that's balance in
And
my
you,
opinion, though.
and the thing is, like, I want Xerxes and Radford to stay very close to each other. With them staying close to each other, the Dalot and the Anthony could get one-on-one with the fullback.
With the fullback, yeah, stretch them wide, yeah.
And the
Me,
midfield could just control the midfield. And for example, you could pull, like, since Lenny Euro is faster than any of them, Lenny Euro could come up and help more in the midfield. And Lenny Euro come to the
Yeah, but that's
midfield.
not his position, though, bro. When he play
It's
at
not
Lens,
about
he's play
position.
more
Like,
that kind of right back,
listen,
sweeper,
it's not
center
about
back role,
position. Like,
bro.
it's players are not gonna be static. They're gonna move around all day. They're gonna move
True,
around.
but
They're gonna
let me
roam.
keep it a little bit more, not PS5 now, bro, please.
Or
let's just
PS5.
That PS5 thing, bro, Ericsson cannot work every game in the midfield, bro. I don't know what no
Exactly.
man them saying. Man
This
them
is
he could work in some games in the midfield, some games he will have to hold bench. Right?
This formation will only work in certain games. You can't play this all season.
Yeah, I
This
mean,
formation.
depending on who you play,
Yeah.
you could play it all season because you could play a more defensive version, you could play a balanced version, you could play an attacking version of it. So I think this
and
could could work
Not all.
the
Nah,
players
that won't.
could come in
because
and out of the team. It doesn't have to be like, oh, this guy has to play every single week.
exactly
It's just a as and when.
No, as a
And
formation,
out
I
where he's
don't
supposed to
see it
be,
working
box.
in against attacking
Exactly
teams.
where he's supposed to be.
In the
He's
bench,
not
bro.
there.
In the bench, Mount's supposed to be on the bench. Like what
Exactly.
Bailey is actually saying. Not everybody would start. See, there's this thing about United, right? I've come to realize that everybody wants their quote
Midfield.
unquote player to start a game.
Mazarawi and holding midfield.
But
Irfan.
we should be able to just appreciate the fact that we've got quality on the bench as well as we've got quality on the pitch. You understand? So this was I thought about Mount. I thought about Mount. I thought about Mazraoui. Right? I just called Mazraoui because I felt like before all of this news that has been going on, he's been our best player so far of the lots that has come in. That's why I'm like, okay, where did this guy just go to, right? But I have other names in my head. There's Ahmad, there's Garnacho, right? But I know that not everybody would be on the first 11, right? Which is a good headache for managers because knowing fully well that, okay, you look at your bench, you could actually say, okay, you come in, and the game might just change in your favor, which is a good thing. So, but for Mount has to be on the bench, in my opinion, bro.
okay, now if I was gonna just quickly describe my idea of the team when I said that I would like De Ligt, Euro, and Maguire at the back. Because I know they'll be able to keep it tight. Obviously, Euro got with the pace in behind. If any balls go over the top or into the channels, he can sweep it up. And the other two, they're more aggressive. They like to get onto the defender before the defender gets onto the striker before the striker gets the ball.
Yeah.
So, and then obviously when we get a corner kick, you've got the likes of Euro and De Ligt and Maguire who are very good in the air. Casemiro is very good in the air. And then you've got 6'3" and 6'4" giants in Xerxes and Højlund, who are ready to pounce on balls that come into the air and will hopefully be able to capitalize on set plays. So I think the team is defensive enough and it could be offensive enough as well.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. It's just for me, I like the 3-5-2, but now that we don't know if we'd have a starting right. We don't have a left back, so maybe just make do what we have and put out a team that could actually win games. Mark,
Joga Bonito, say it with me. Joga Bonito in the midfield. Joga Bonito. Okay, this is what I'm saying.
I like this
right?
midfield too, though. But Yeah, I like this midfield too. This could be actually like what Bailey is saying. This could give you, if you put Maguire at the back, right? This could give you the defensive taste and also the attacking, the offensive taste as well.
And
It
we could
feels like
chop
it's
and change. We
and it
could
feels
chop
like it's
like this.
balanced. It's
Guys,
balanced in my
think about
opinion,
it
though.
like this, right? This is my perspective on this midfield here, guys. Right? This is just me, right? It's just my perspective on this midfield here, guys. I think this team right here, starting a game, any team facing this team will have certain reservations. They will not attack this team openly because they're seeing where they could get hurt in different positions. They're seeing where this team could be good, sound defensively as well. And you have the likes of Ahmad, Garnacho, you have Menu, you have so much artillery to come off the bench, Hoyland, where you could change his team from a 3 to a 4 or a 5, or, you know what I mean? The team could evolve during a game. Now, and even in this same system, you could swap Bruno for some games. You could swap Casemiro for some games. Put Ericsson and Menu. You know what I mean? In regards, you could swap Xerxes and put Hoyland, put Garnacho or Ahmad and Hoyland. You know what I mean? I just thinking about it prospectively as you're looking at, currently now who fit, who available, and who's starting and what the prospective position, best position of some of the players in the future, because I think Lenny Euro will bench somebody. That's just me. I don't know about Mandem, but I've seen this young man play quite a few games. I think he will bench Mandem. I talk about this young man since Christmas last year, bro, about Lenny Euro, bro. This youth man will bench a man. So I'm not putting it in stone that nobody in the back line safe right now. That's just me. So I don't know what you guys saying, but the final thoughts question is here. I was telling Mandem about it earlier. And of course, that question was courtesy of our very own Etsy. He was asking, based on Benny McCarthy's remarks, what do you guys think? And let us know. Because to me, I would start it off and say this. If that is true what Benny is saying, then I have a huge problem with some of the players in the squad. Because realistically, I can't blame a manager who's seeing performances in practice, and when they get out to apply it, all you have to do is apply it because this is where you practice, right? And a manager give you all the tools to do your job, but have different type of delegation styles, and maybe these players want a manager who go and hold their hand and tell them every single step of the way during the game, every single minute of play. Like Luke Shaw hated when, Mourinho used to tell him what to do with the ball every chance while he was on the sideline. He used to tell him, pass this one, pass to that one, don't pass, run, carry the ball, cross the ball, these kind of things. And, Shaw used to complain a lot. So I don't know what they want some of these players, but realistically, these guys have to be responsible. Wayne Rooney said it best himself. Players need to take responsibility. They have to have pride. They want to win, and that comes from inside. That doesn't come from anyone else. Sure, the manager could inspire you somewhat to lift your spirits, but you have to want to perform well. You have to want to win for Manchester United, to be fair. So for me, I say this is on the players, not so much on the manager. I don't know about what you guys think. But
Mark, I'm gonna go first because I'm about to bounce, right? So let me say this, right? It's
but I'm just let Ray Carl go now, bro, and then after you could go after him and bounce and then
okay.
we'll let Professor.
Okay. Yeah, for me, it's bottle jobs. Bottle jobs. If you're practicing, weekly what you're doing, and then come game time, you can't do it. You're bottling it, and you can see the fear in the eyes. You can see the misplaced passing. You can see the weak shooting. It's just bottle job because the pressure gets to them, especially when a team comes on these players. If we allowed some space, some time, these boys look like world beaters. But as soon as a team puts it on you, United players just go into the shell. Guys are hoofing balls to nobody, not doing anything. And then you could see that the coaches are on the sideline like, wait, what? You weren't doing that in practice,
Training.
in trading, yeah. So you can see it's just we've become a Spurs. We've become a bottle job club because we've been doing this for so long, for years and years and years. The mentality of bottling when you play up against Liverpool, when you play up against Spurs, who've been beating us 6-0, 7-0 in the past, you could just see soon as the players go down 1-0, oh God, here we go again, and the bottle jobs start, and that's what I think it is, just bottle jobs.
Bailey,
Yo,
what are you saying about this comment right here?
okay, in regards to what Benny McCarthy said, yeah, I can totally get what he's saying, and also I think that Ineos went on a purge this summer, got rid of a lot of players, and I think this summer again, and maybe even this winter, they should continue the purge, getting rid of the players that have lost their confidence, because they did say, we're giving you 1 season, 2 seasons, and if you haven't performed, then we'll put you on the chopping block. So hopefully come summer, if we've got to get rid of some bigger players to replace them with players that are ready to perform, ready to follow the instructions, ready to just hit the ground running. Because, you know, some of the players that our legacy players, some of them are jaded. Some of them, social media has got to them so much that now they're just concentrating on putting out good PR and saying, no, it's not my fault, it's his fault, and pointing the finger at other people. Some of these people, like Ben McCarthy said, have got bad influences around them, a lot of player FC around them, a lot of people that are yes men and things of that nature. So we have to literally cleanse the club, rebuild the club, which we're in the process of doing, and get players with the mentality that they want to prove themselves for this club. And once they start proving themselves, and once they start developing that winning mentality, that will now be the new standard of Man United, as in
Exactly.
we win. That there's no excuses apart from you go out there, you perform, you win. Simple.
Bigger, bro. For me, right, I feel it's a case of the mentality, right? You do all you do in training, you're very good at it, you get to the pitch, it's not like I don't want to mess this up. I don't want to mess this up. I think it's the fear of messing things up ends up them being making the same mistake. Like they don't want to make mistake. They're scared of making mistake. What happens? They end up making a mistake, because you cannot tell me how a team was so good against Crystal Palace on the 1 week and the next week they went flat. Like I don't know how to explain that. But so for me, I think it's just a mentality. In the training, they play with themselves. They know what this person can do, what the person can do. Now it's reality day, it's game day. Now you have to put what you've learned in training into actual into like reality. Now it's reality. Act, execute the plan, and everybody's scared. I feel like if United, I've said it several times, if United go into a game and they score first or maybe get a good lead, right, and they hold it down for a while, that game is good as gone. They'll win that game. But if they score first and the opposition takes them back almost immediately, there's a problem. They start panicking. They're all over the place, So I feel like they need to just be some sort of self-awareness, like, this, we could do this. This whole, I don't know where if it's fear of, I don't know, whatever phobia it is, they should just do away with it, because whatever phobia they have is making them make those mistakes. And a lot of time this season, we've seen that most of the goals that we concede is out of individual errors, out of mistake that we make, bro. Right? A few you could poke a hole on the system, but a lot you could pin it down to individual errors. And as players, they shouldn't be doing that. Whilst I would not just absorb the manager totally of this one, right? I feel like he still has like 10-15% of maybe how to address them in game, or even 20% in game, like manage it, like, yo guys, calm down, you could do this. I don't know what's going on. Maybe at halftime talk to them, bring them back, because sir, but I feel like 80% of the bulk of the thing is on the players. It's on the players, because we've seen it, and I've told Prof, like every time we come out from the dressing room for the second half, it feels like we're in a time zone. Like we just feel like everything's good. Like we're still doing yoga or we're still in a Zen mode until somebody brings us to reality and we start playing. You understand? So the players need to just work on their
Which is
mental.
usually when we 2 or 3-0 down, then they start to go, oh, you know what? We need to play now.
Yeah.
And you're like,
what could happen?
Why
What
did
could
you
happen?
do that at 0-0? You know what I mean?
You start wondering, why are you doing this at 2-0 or 3-0 when you could have done this way earlier? It now makes you feel like they are saying, okay, what could happen at this point? We lost the game. Let's just give it a go and try to nick one back. And if they get one back and get two back, all of a sudden,
it's a different story.
Yeah, it's a different story. But if they get one or get two back and the opposition scores a goal, then you see their heads just drop again. So it's a thing up there that they need to just work on. I believe so. Yeah, Mark or Omo.
No, not me. Not me. Nope. Ben McCarthy, you also are also part of the problem. You're also part of that
Mark,
same
I
coaching
have to
staff.
go.
No,
Big up
Drex, you
Drex, big
stay.
up
Drex,
Drex.
you stay. I'll be quick. Drex, you stay.
Okay.
Drex, you stay. I'll be quick.
God, man.
Let me turn my camera on. Listen, Benny McCarthy, he too is also part of the problem. He's also part of one of those coaches. We didn't score enough goals. What was our goal difference? He was part of the problem. I don't care what he talks about. What you did on the pitch was zero. What you did on the pitch was zero, and now you're out there giving out interviews. You're part of the issue too. Stephen Clarence too, he's in Jamaica. You're part of the issue too. They're all part of the issue because you're supposed to be coaching this player in the position to succeed, and they do not succeed on the pitch. And like, oh, why you not succeed on the pitch? Go look at the training ground. Look what happened on the pitch. Because I don't know what you're doing in training. Look what happened on the pitch. Why is Mickey Van der Ven running past the midfield?
Yeah.
Why is it that in 20 that defender ran past the midfield? Van der Ven did the same exact thing. To me, that's no coincidence. This should not be happening over and over and over again. Like, bro, what is this seems like a regular thing. It seems like a regular thing for a defense to run past our whole midfield. No, they're supposed to go look. Yeah, training is important, but look at the video and see what's happening. Like, play the video back. I don't think they do. I think they just train on the next thing. Train. And there's no changes. When there's changes, I'm like, okay, yes, there's change, but there's no changes. So no, Ben McCarthy, don't blame the players. I'm blaming Ben McCarthy. I'm blaming Ben McCarthy 100%. I'm done.
Omar. Yeah, man. Big up Omar.
Big up Omo. No, but Omo nailed it. Like, why are some certain things happening over and over again? We have to look at the video tape, bro.
Listen,
Mark, take it away.
No matter how much you tell a man, listen, this is the right thing to do. The man has to walk through it, has to do it in order for it to become his actions. You know what I'm saying? And majority are all bad trainers. They never had good habits as kids. Did not fit enough for a lot of injuries, bad technique. It's a spiral. And Wizard was talking about, sometimes you just have to have that mentality that, you're willing to fight in the darkest moments from a child. Sometimes you have to have that courage, that pride. You know what I mean? And it's one of those things, they get hard tackles in training. No hard tackles going on in training or big crowds to pressurize these players. Maybe, you know what I mean? I don't know. But I know back in the day, York used to talk a lot about how intense training was. It was like a derby every time there was in training. It was like derby games, right? True. And for me, I would always say, like, I would blame the coaches to some extent, but, players have to show that they're doing their best. And if you cannot see that week in, week out, like, guys, we can see a team walk out on the pitch, and just by the look on their faces, they're ready to win this game or they're ready to fight. And we don't really see that week in, week out on the faces as these brothers just walk out on the pitch. So sometimes you see it, but sometimes you don't. And that is down to them. Because some of these guys have people telling them things that, you're great, you're amazing. This coach is the problem, not you. And that's the biggest problem for any footballer. Anytime, bro, if anybody telling a young footballer that they coach wrong and they are right, they're smoking crack. Because you are breeding that sense of don't respect someone who knows, who wants the best out of you. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like, you could tell if you're doing your best and it's just not working, or what the coach telling it's just not working, you could see that. We could see it on the pitch. And sometimes we see passing plays just not working and they keep doing it over and over, but it's just not working. It's like watching Man City play Arsenal. they would do the same pass and play, the same attack 17 times in 45 minutes, each team, until one of them make a mistake and one score.
Yeah.
That's where man them won. That's not the football I grew up watching, bro. I know sometimes man is mix it up. Ball over the top, true ball around the corner. You know what I mean? Early ball, late ball. Wait for take shots from on the outside, take shots in the box. Bro, you see, I don't know. Football for me is more of a thing that involves a lot of moments, different times, different horses for courses. And you know, I don't know how to say it, guys, but what I would say is this. At the end of the day, coaches had to do their job, players had to do their jobs, but the one thing that fans have to do is support the team. And as much as some people would say the players need to show something in order for us to support them. Sometimes in your darkest moment, that's when you need support the most. And some of these players, believe it or not, they might be in a dark moment. You know, Xerxes just moved here, he's not having a good time. People might need to support him a little bit because he could be down. He looked the other day walking on the pitch like when he got the ball taken off him, he looked like the whole world dropped on his shoulders for me.
Yeah.
So guys, I will say this once and I'll say it again and I'll keep saying it every day. Whether your manager in, your manager out, or your manager out, support the team. Regardless of who the manager is, that's the same team we have as long as the transfer window closes. And we need to win games. So we need to get these young lads in the team, whether it be Ahmad, it be Menu, it be Garnacho, it don't matter. Say Kukone, it could be Toby Collier. Support the
What
team,
about that big
guys.
guy? That big
You know
guy,
what I
that
mean?
6'5" guy.
Oh yeah, Xerxes. It could be Xerxes and all.
No,
You know,
the
support
defender.
all of these
The
guys.
defender fella.
Lenny Euro. Support all of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just set them if it's on a social. Hit them on, you know. Good to see you. Have a great game. You know, it going tough, but we expect it to do well. These kind of things. Players will see these things, read these things, just like they see all the different things we post online. And guys, trust me. It's you kind of not so great to read your fan base thinking shit. That's just how I think. You know what I mean? Big up to all of you. Thank you for joining us tonight. It's been a long stream, guys, but I gotta go. Big up to you guys for coming in. Big up to Drex had to go. Big up to you. Big up to you for coming in, Valley Tech. Big up to Ray Brown as well. And big up to Almost Solo. Big up to Stephanie Griffith. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
always
man.
modding the chat. Big up to Randy and Irfan. Big up to the Wizard. Big up to LT. Big up to all of you guys in the chat. You know what I mean? Big up to Manj. Big up to Box. Big up to the Reckless One. Frankie. Glory, Man United. Big up to you, Randy, as well. Big up to Box. Guys, hope you have a great night. We will be back tomorrow morning with the news. Hope you have a great one, and I'll catch you guys later on.